vAssist is a set of visualization tools designed to assist IA analysts. We developed vAssist based on the results of a comprehensive cognitive task analysis during which we observed IA analysts at work. vAssist presents us with two displays, one for global awareness of the enterprise and a second display for detailed analysis of suspicious activity or incidents. The vAssist dashboard shown here provides global situational awareness by showing overall trends in the data across our entire network. The bar chart at the top displays information about hosts, showing the number of alerts present for each. Looking through the list, we notice that one IP address does not conform to the usual pattern, so we investigate further. Clicking on the suspicious IP address, we see that an item down below also highlights. This indicates the origin of the traffic and tells us that suspicious traffic has flowed from inside the network to an outside recipient. This is unusual, so we need to investigate further. We now turn our attention to the incident analysis display on the other screen. Here we see three views of the same data. The star tree visualization shows connections and links, illustrating who's talking to whom. We see that one of the items has already been highlighted, so we bring it to the center. Several snort alerts are highlighted in blue. These alerts are associated with an outside IP address and anomalous FTP traffic originating from inside the network. Below the star tree is a bar chart that shows activity on the network over time. By looking at the data highlighted in blue, we can see when the communication occurred. Down on the bottom, we have a spreadsheet view of the same information that again highlights in blue the details of those alerts that include the IP address of the anomalous internal machine, as well as information about the ports and sensors. There's a lot here, so we'll use the display filter panel for fast filtering of the data. Here we see filters for event time, signature, IP addresses, and more. To make things easier to see, we can filter down to show only items having to do with the suspicious 40.219 source IP address. All of the visualizations will update to show only the desired information, which really helps when navigating large sets of data. We hypothesize that this strange FTP traffic may be a part of a cyber attack where our internal host may be the victim. To confirm this belief, we'll need to investigate further.
It's all about the timeliness of the decision making. So it allows us to understand where we're at in the data over time, over IP type, whether or not there's a pattern attached to it, and that clues us into decision making in a more timely manner.
Here we reconfigured vAssist to visualize low-level packet information. Analysts often turn to packet-level information for clues. Because there is so much of this data, we need simple ways to filter what data should be viewed. For this, vAssist has the Expression Builder, which lets us easily generate and save complex expressions for regular tasks. We have a number of predefined expressions, including one for items with high numbers of bytes and another for a common virus signature. Let's use the last one, which narrows data to a particular IP address, which in this case we will set to the IP address of our possible victim. Now we see only traffic pertaining to that particular IP address. The bar chart at the top shows destination IP addresses and how much data has been transferred to them, and we can see that the external IP starting with 40, which we recognize from before, has received a huge amount of data. We click on that bar to highlight it. At the same time, the bar chart below shows what ports the information was sent over. The highlighted ports of 20 and 21 indicate FTP traffic, which confirms the FTP alerts we saw in the information provided by the intrusion detection system. The pie chart on the right shows where the traffic originated from, which is our internal IP address ending in 20.8. And on the bottom, as before, we have a detailed spreadsheet view that gives us additional information should we need it. It seems we have found something significant that needs to be reported at the morning briefing.
Probably the most significant piece of it I've seen to date is the reporting piece, which is incredible because it allows us to reconstitute new data in the same view for things like morning reports or shift changeover. That is absolutely priceless because I don't have to have myself or my guys work hours at a time to rebuild the same briefing over again. I can use a template, I can populate that template with the newest data and have it ready without having to actually go through the legwork of making it happen more than the first time.
We'll use the vAssist Report Designer to generate our morning briefing. We start with a predefined report template, and down the left-hand side of the screen are thumbnails of the visualizations that we were working with. We can simply drag these over and drop them onto our slides. We'll add two of our visualizations and then annotate them to highlight our findings. We can add text and other adornments to create a full report, and then we can export to PowerPoint or PDF and send them to superiors and fellow analysts.
Yeah, there are a lot of government in particular organizations who do information assurance have daily reporting requirements. Typically, there's something like a shift changeover at least, or in many cases, a morning brief or an afternoon brief for the commanders who take different shifts at different times. So we get a professional report presentation of the latest data without having to reconstitute it by hand, and that is an immense time saver. Without vAssist or before vAssist, what we would have to do is, depending on the organization and how they're structured, but in general, go to a specific feed of information, and that may be data that's coming off of routers and systems, syslog information, event log information, that kind of thing. Perform analysis on that by hand or with one or two scant tools. I need to mentally make that jump of where in the data I need to look. vAssist takes care of that for me, where I can highlight information on from one perspective and get another perspective from it automatically, and that is an incredible time saver.